Hi, I just finished a session with a client, and that made me realize that I really want to share with you this thing about people pleasing. Because when she came and talked with me, she said, I had such a hard time to get my task done. And then she realized that it wasn't the task and a to-do list, but her energy level. Because deep inside of her, there was this little girl who always wanted to be acknowledged, who had longed for love all her life. So what she did now was that she worked so hard to please other people that she forgot to take care of herself. In my book, Life After Bullying, in chapter 3, I write about how you can free up your energy. And one of the tips in here is that really start to acknowledge yourself. Because when you acknowledge yourself, you don't need to be acknowledged by others. It's nice and great to be acknowledged by others. But when you can really see yourself and accept what you're doing, to acknowledge what you're doing, and to start to love yourself, then it doesn't matter what other people think. Then you can restore your internal balance. And ways to do that is that you can write every day. Have a piece of paper, a diary, and then write down at least 3 things where you can acknowledge yourself from what you've done today. If you can come up with more, great. But take 3 things that you can acknowledge that you have done. It can be cooking a meal. It can be sending a smile to someone. It can be starting to talk with a cashier or someone else where you usually wouldn't have talked. It can be going out for a walk. It can be just taking care of you. Allow yourself to just sit down and read a good book for 15 minutes. Small things, big things, doesn't matter. The thing is that you can start to acknowledge what you've done and what you've done for you. The other thing that you can do, and that is in chapter 9 in this, is start to create time for you. Be conscious, write down what do you spend your time on? What do you use your time for? Is there any time where you have just for you to do something for you? If not, start to create that time. And one way to create that time is to start to say no. It's one of the easiest word and yet the hardest word to say at all. It's such a small word, but it's so hard to say. So one way that I teach that you can start to say no is that when you're asked to do something, and people know you usually say yes because you are a people pleaser, right? So when they ask you, say to them, I'm not sure I have the time for it. Let me think about it and come back to you tomorrow. Now that's the first step to saying no. Now you have time to really see, is this something that you love to do that will give you energy? Or is it something that you'll only do because they ask you to? They will take away energy, take away time for you. Then say no. Even if you're going to lose a couple of friends that way, because you stay true to you, other than really friends. I know this sounds harsh, but we have to really own ourselves in order to be loved by others. Love yourself, acknowledge yourself, and then other people will start to acknowledge you. That's all for now, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And you can subscribe below or visit my website, lifeafterbullying.com, and you can learn much more about the book, and there's 3 tips as well on that page. Talk to you later.